Odisha looks forward with such wonderful offerings, which are very unique in character. We have a whole bouquet of offerings. These are all with curated tours, which will give you the immersive experience with the locals. As you explore it, you leave that memory of such wonderful experience, which well spent in this beautiful best kept secret of India, Odisha. That is why she stands as the best kept secret of India. The ancient ruins, iconic monuments, we have a rich heritage trail, Buddhist heritage trail, royal heritage. We have a 13 to 14 royal families who have come forward to support the tourism industry and give this product portfolio so that people have that experience of a real royal heritage homestay experience, learn their wonderful lifestyle. Haven for wilderness, coupled with picture perfect campsites and retreats, adventure activities. We have the fairs and festivals. We have cultural traditions, folklore, crafts made with love and stories, as ma'am has mentioned, signature textile hues and waves. Of course, the largest concentration of 64 indigenous tribal community in the country. Ecotourism, has a wonderful landscape that we have. Commissioner has already mentioned about the forest coverage that we have. We have the wildlife sanctuaries, national parks, beaches, pristine beaches, mighty waterfalls, lakes, mighty rivers and gorges, which are very unique in its character. Bhitarkanika, the national park, a wetland, Ramsar site equally. You can see the landscape of this Bhitarkanika, the second largest mangrove forest in the world. It's tempting, it's attractive. A whole array of rich natural flora, fauna. And the beauty is that you find congregation of such huge saltwater crocodiles. You can meet them, see them as you take this adventure onto the banks of this river. The boating takes you around 3 hours from the point where you stay, giving a wonderful experience to go through the miniature creeks and see these wonderful animals basking. And of course, other wildlife animals right across the shoreline. This is also a birding ground for migratory birds. All the mangroves, they enter into, in the end, they reach out to the ocean. And excellent accommodation facilities put in by the government, the ecotourism in collaboration with the local community to safeguard. They become the guardians of the natural site as they earn their livelihood. Wonderful locations, which I can vouch and say that it is like an international destination. Believe me, there's a huge number of people who have been excited to travel abroad, and they would have spent thousands of crores of rupees. Unfortunately, COVID-19 had made a standstill, and these travelers, after this confinement in the four walls of the home, once things ease out, I'm sure they are going to venture out. And here comes this opportunity, Odisha, with this lovely landscape, a beautiful, fascinating land with all the natural. From Bhitarkanika, we have another mangrove which goes into Bijitrapur, which is on the Balasore district. Bhitarkanika is a 3-hour drive from Bhubaneswar. Beautiful drive on National Highway. Then you venture out into the rural road, and then the boating, of course, for 3 hours. Bijitrapur is again in Balasore district, another 3.5 hours from Bhubaneswar. Just look at this Udaipur beach. Unimaginable. Many, even in Odisha, have not seen this particular site of this Udaipur beach, which is in Bijitrapur in Balasore district. Amazing landscape. This is a receding beach where you have makeshift markets happening in the morning as the fishermen folks come in. The guests who are staying in this rest houses or the small hotels, lodges, accommodation, whichever is close by, Of course, we have the forest eco-tourism outlet over there, where the community does run the eco facility. You can have such freshness of seafood right from this shoreline. Instead of having food from the deep freezer, have the freshness and the organic vegetables around the vegetable garden. This is a very unique experience that you will be definitely experiencing in such wonderful place. Moving on again to another wetland, the iconic flamingos at Chilka Lake, the largest brackish water lake in Asia. This is roughly another 1.5-hour drive from Bhubaneswar on the National Highway number 16. It has two entry points, prominent entry points. One is from Mangala Jodi, and the other is from Puri and Arth Drive, which is called Satpada. This is a unique wetland with millions of migratory birds come in as far as from Siberia, Mongolia, Central South Asian countries, Ladakh, and the Himalayas. They find the ecosystem so habitat for them that every year new species keep on increasing. Almost now we have witnessed 200 species of these migratory birds coming in. And many have chosen to reside in this wetland, seeing the habitat, how the ecology is preserved by the local community, who were one time poachers of this species, and now they become the protector because they feel that with this wonderful creature, wonderful nature's gift, they can have their livelihood and keep it for their future generations. There are numerous islands which are very unique in character: Breakfast Island, Bacon Island, which were used by the Britishers during their colonial time to have the office at the Bacon Island, then Breakfast Island, Honeymoon Island, Kalija Island, where we have the Kalija Temple, which has a folklore about how the local community celebrates and adore this island, Chilka Lake. Satpada, we have the unique Burma Irrawaddy dolphins, increasing day by day. It's a unique experience, and sure that you can sight this Irrawaddy dolphins around the year as you take a visit to the Chilka Lake and take a boating, and then go to the shoreline where we have the Ramsar site, where see the fantastic accommodation facility put in by the ecotourism board. There are other private entrepreneurs also having small ecotourism, accommodation outlets, which one can enjoy. These are very unique in character, which we rarely find in any other locations, very rarely find. These are the ones which this new breed of travelers, the millennials who would like to venture out, and here we stand the opportunity. Moving from wetland, we go to the uphill to the north, where we have the Similipal National Park. It's a tiger reserve. With the blend of activity around this, this beautiful thick vegetation. It's a sal-dominated forest, thickly dominated, roughly around 2,500 square kilometers. Different openings of entry point, and this is roughly around 4.5 hours drive from Bhubaneswar, and then another 1 hour into the campsites where we have beautiful locations, again by the ecotourism department, and private entrepreneurs already, they have invested, and they have also at the edge of the park accommodation facility. The safaris inside the parks are very unique in character. You take the help of the locals who are the local guides who know the topography, who can experience the natural flora, fauna, give you that insight experience. And of course, a blend of the local cuisine, which are organic, which is good for health, and the freshness, the beauty. It is non-polluted, areas which we have, what we have seen. It is absolutely amazing that it will thrill your heart, because many come from such polluted places. It is a place to breathe freshness and rejuvenate your life. Beautiful accommodations. Moving from north, we go to the west part of Odisha, which is, the bordering is Chhattisgarh. We have this Debrigad Natural Wildlife Park with beautiful nature camp at the shoreline of this Hirakud Reservoir. And close by, we have one of the world's largest cattle island, where there is no human habitat. This is one unique selling proposition, that one can find in this particular ecosystem. We have a beautiful waterfall over there, Ushakoti known, but there is another Ushakoti we witness in the western part of Odisha. These are the large ones, the Indian Goa, which we find, huge ones, which no human habitat has ever ventured into that place. Moving from there, we come to the Silent Valley, the gorge, so rich, so beautiful landscape, silent. We have again accommodation facility managed by the local community, a cohesive community who's willing, who's always in the urge to welcome the guest, be a part of the storytelling, give you that experience, women folk to women folk, children to children, and take you down to the valley, to the stream, to showcase what is in store for you. Beautiful place to relax with families and enjoy the natural beauty of this place. Daringbadi, as Commissioner has mentioned, we call it as the small mini Kashmir of India because of the climate. It's very, very cold in temperature. Fantastic location of accommodations put in again by the ecotourism and the local community. You see, this is a responsible ecotourism structure formulated by the state government, a progressive government, giving the entire empowerment to the local community so that they become sustainable, they enrich themselves and take pride and glory of the natural sites gifted by the nature. And so that they don't have to leave this place, go around to other urban cities for work. They can stay within their vicinity at home front, give opportunities for the future generations. So the legacy continues. So they have committed to welcome the guest, give the best of experiences, the best of local visit the sites, fantastic accommodations, beautifully kept. Coming now again further to we have seen the Silent Valley, the Silent Gorge. We are now coming to the Mahanadi, mighty gorge in the banks of river Mahanadi. This is roughly around 22 plus kilometer stretch and probably the largest in Asia, a unique ecosystem where you find huge concentration of crocodiles and migratory birding habitat, boating, adventure. The accommodation facility over here in this sandbar at Trikarpada and Satkosia, where these are very unique, which you will very rarely find in any other location. You relax on this mighty sandbar of this mighty Mahanadi river basin and have stargazing, walk across, swim, where the local communities have, along with the forest officials, have identified safe places for the families, children to have nice bath, freshness of this mighty Mahanadi river. Take walk, village walk, tree walk, trekking, enjoy folk dance, learn the local cuisine, learn the local craft, volunteer yourself, and get that feeling. See the beautiful community, how they are eagerly spreading. You have seen a different pattern, now another pattern. The resort managers, they are qualified from hotel management so that they impart the training to this people from the village who scale up their skill to serve the clients. And believe me, they are doing a wonderful job, and ecotourism have received the best ecotourism destination award from FICCI recently, from the which was well received by the travel fraternity. Moving further down from north, east, we are going from east, west, we are going to the south. A endangered species, the black bucks in Betni, which is in the Gumsar northern region. This is again a 3.5 hours drive from Bhubaneswar and 1.5 hours drive from Gopalpur Sea, the iconic beach on the south of Odisha. It's in harmony with the human habitat. People revere this beautiful animal because of its the faith they bestow onto this mammal, because they have been rescued from a famine in the ancient time. They live in close harmony. They move with a herd of cattle every day. It's a beautiful sighting, beautiful accommodation at the lap of the mountain. You have the log house, which we call it as the giant squirrel log house, right at the base of the hill. It's a beautiful location to be experienced. Now, coming from wetland mountains, we have the golden beaches, fantastic beaches. This is the beach locations that we have in Puri, the the hub of activity. I think one of the hub of activity of beach pilgrimage tourism, that is Puri, the four dams, as the secretary has mentioned. You find thousands of them coming to enjoy this wonderful golden beach, which has a long stretch of beach and a lot of activities happening over there. Further up, this is Puri, which is again one and a half hour drive, maximum 1.5 hour drive in a beautiful national highway road from Bhubaneswar. Then from Puri to Konark, it's a 30 minutes drive, 30 kilometers on the Casuarina plantation growth. Beautiful. I mean, you see canopy of this growth of plants. Amazing destination where we have the surfing for the travelers, the adventurous ones. We have the Gopalpuram Sea, as I mentioned, which was really the hotspot of the colonial period, where we had the Oberoi Hotel, which is now taken over by the homegrown Mayfair group of hotels, which they have put in a very luxury accommodation over in beachfront. Equally at the Chilka Lake by the homegrown hotel groups of the resorts and hotels. This is one unique character, the receding beach, one rare phenomenon which you find again in Balasur district, where I showed you the Udaipur beach, very close to that. This is again 3.5 hours drive from Bhubaneswar. This phenomenon happens every day. The sea recedes almost 4 to 5 kilometers. You just be at the lap of this vast ocean, see the layers of shells, the small fishes, the fishermen folks moving. It's all vibrancy happening, and then in the end you find the shoreline filled with the water. It's amazing. We have accommodations of the ecotourism board over there. This is the olive brittle turtles, which are a rare ones, which comes in as far as from all over the world. They have found Gopalpur, Rishikelia mouth. Close to Gopalpur, we have the Rishikelia mouth where the river, very habitat for them. Also another island, like Bilal Island, we call it near the Bhitarkanika National Park, but however that is little protected because of the rocket launching stations taking place, but one can witness from a distance with prior permission. But here in Rishikelia mouth, you volunteer yourself with the local community who's really preserving this endangered species, which comes in millions for the 3 stages of their lifestyle. Mating, which happens during the middle of November and continues up to February. Then they come in to the shoreline for nestling, another unique phenomenon that you can see. Then after 45 days, the hatchling takes place and they again go back. And they come, when they're grown, they come back to the same destination. This is the beauty of nature's gift, which has to be experienced by humanity. A wonderful experience. Tribes, we have 64 indigenous tribes, and these are very unique in character. Some of them are the primitive ones, almost 9 have been identified as the primitive ones, which normally the tourist gets to see them in the weekly markets, and some of them in the close-up villages. But the beauty is that every day there is a unique blend of weekly markets giving a unique lifestyle and experience for the visitors. These are a little how important it is. These particular indigenous tribes are identified by their costumes, jewelry, lifestyle, rituals, dance, fantastic dance and music, which goes with the nature, of course, the food and sustenance. Very unique. Tribal tourism has excellent handicrafts and artifacts. And these handicrafts were actually for the daily use of the early stages of life in Odisha. And gradually it got evolved into the modern activity, modern craft and signature paintings. So it's very unique things that you can experience. Silver filigree, which is taken out from the wire, which is just a half an hour drive from Bhubaneswar. This is the only place where you can see the silver filigree. Blend of array of offerings that for the ladies, the gents, that you can have souvenirs, stone carvings, Pattachitra paintings, unique Pattachitra paintings, palm leaf etching, which are in Raghurajpur, again an hour's drive from Bhubaneswar, and just 20 minutes from Puri. While you're in Puri, you can just hop onto this particular place, spend the whole day, learn the craft, be a part of the community, evolve with them in an experience, immersive experience, learn this craft, and carry this memory. Textiles, again, very unique in character, and Mammoth's what a wonderful, tempting sari. I mean, such a rich in color. You can see the different patterns, which they have a clusters of textile weaving villages right across the state. Some of them are very close by the famous Noapatna village, which is very close from Bhubaneswar, an and a half hour drive. While staying in Bhubaneswar also, one can visit and experience this and see this whole cluster of families engaged in such a wonderful weaving of these textiles. There are self-help groups which you can interact, see them. They're always there to welcome with such a warmth. See the contemporary style. This bringing in sustainability. While retaining the old age-old tradition, you come into the new age tradition and see how the local craft from Odisha is displayed internationally. The thirst of the youngsters, the millennials, the fashion designers, venturing, reaching out to such remote places. This is very unique, and our appreciation to the village, the folks, that they are retaining the originality of the crafts in its original form. Very rich cultural experience. The famous Odissi dance evolved. This dance form evolved from the Mahari dance, which is the Mahari women's. I mean, the dancers devote themselves almost like married to the Lord Jagannath, and it is performed. They believe that they have been gifted. From there, it evolved to Gotipua and the folk dance. They were early the martial artist youngsters, the boys, performing in the streets, and then gradually, as invasions took place, they took to this evolvement of dance formation. They are acrobatic, performed by young boys dressed as girls. Very unique blend of acrobatic dance performance, heart-throbbing. I mean, this is the richness of the Mahayana, the origin of the dance form, and then getting evolved again to Odissi. As I mentioned, that Orissa is the best kept secret. It's a vibrant heritage culture that we have. We have Bhubaneswar, known as the temple city of India. I think we should tag Bhubaneswar as the temple city of India, because this is where we had 7,000 temples in the country at one time in Bhubaneswar. The whole old town area which we have today, it's a beauty, where we have the heritage trail of temple walk, which have been well appreciated by people all across, different segments of people who are traveling to Odisha. Temple architecture, beautiful temple, Kalingan style of architecture, built in the early centuries. You see the architecture starting from 1st century till the 13th century. Buddhist monasteries, ancient caves, your port ruins at Gopalpur, the colonial architecture, the caves of the Karavala dynasty, very unique in character. You have the magnificent Lingaraj temple. See the temple complex, such a magnificent one, with lot of life. Every moment of it's a life for the visitors. Wonder, engineering wonder of that ancient glory of 13th century Konark Sun Temple. Imagine this magnificent monument. The earlier voyages used to call it as the Black Pagoda to identify the voyages across the Bay of Bengal. The magnificent monument. The whole community over this Konark village is entirely depending upon this magnificent monument, giving knowledge to the visitors, sharing the age-old traditions, and We have a wonderful interpretation center put in by the Department of Tourism, Ministry of Tourism and Indian Oil, a international standard before the visitor gets into this particular huge monument. It takes almost a day to see that magnificent monument because of its grandeur of architecture, how it has been sculpted out. It took almost 12 years, more than 12 years. Puri, the famous Rath Yatra, which would be falling in the June-July period, one of the world's largest festival that you can always witness in Puri every year annually. Apart from Rath Yatra Puri, we have many other festivals like Konark Dance Festival, the International Sand Art Festival, which is happening every year, scheduled from 1st to the 5th of December. Then we have the Mukteshwar Dance Festival, the Dauli Mahotsav. These are all the winter time which happens in Bhubaneswar. As one gets into Bhubaneswar, when you're in Bhubaneswar, you see these festivals, a very rich legacy of the Buddhist heritage. In fact, Buddhism would not have been today what it is today if the great Kalinga war was not fought at the foot of Dauli Hill. The Kalingans, the great Kalingans, seafarers, mighty warriors, they put in a tough battle, the greatest battle of times, with the Mauryan Empire, Ashoka, where thousands sacrificed their life, and seeing the bloodshed, Chandragupta Ashok from the Mauryan Empire got converted to Dharam Vijaya. He spread the message of Buddhism right across Sri Lanka and then to the South Asian countries. And today it's a worldwide religion. You have monasteries where Chinese pilgrim Huinshtang travel, very rich heritage left behind. We have the tooth relic at Lalitagiri, where there's the tooth relic installed separately in a museum where one can know the tooth relic. Believe that it has been taken also from here to Kandy in Colombo. Good excavation sites, learning experience. As I mentioned, we had recently the royal families coming forward, around 12 to 14 of them, and there are many more in the line to come forward. Beautiful to showcase the rich heritage, the royal heritage, who literally made Odisha what it is today. They have beautiful, magnificent houses. It's like the Victorian model. Some of them are fantastic locations, which are located like in Bhitarkanika. We have the Owl Palace, which is right on the banks of the lake, of the river. This in a deep forest. We have the Gajalakshmi Palace, where even elephants come and rub shoulders with the walls of the building and pass through the forest. Very unique experience to see. This is the grandeur of the palace Belgadia. Recently, which came into the front line. This is located on the northern part of Odisha in Mayurbhanj. They have very good offerings, the upscale accommodation facility, which can match, people say, more than a 5-star super deluxe standard. This is approachable by another 3.5 hours, 4 hours on a beautiful road from Bhubaneswar and 5 hours from Calcutta. We have Killa Dal Joda, which is very unique heritage property, a 45 minutes drive from Bhubaneswar. One can meet the royal family, the royal couple, have a meal with them, take a stroll onto the butterfly heritage, a butterfly zone. You visit the local community, witness a folk dance. Very good offering from this young couple. We have the Denganal Palace, another beauty of the central part of Odisha, where one can stay over there, witness the weaving village clusters, which are just an hour drive, the Dokra crafts, which is just a 20 minutes drive. One can also experience the Kapila's temple, the Mahima Dharma, which is just a 45 minutes drive, which is very unique religious and the world headquarters of Mahima Dharma once you stay in Denkanal. Gajalakshmi Palace, I was telling, which is in the midst of a forest with a lot of wild around, Owl Palace, and many more. Coming back to the cuisine, very, very mouth-watering, delicious, all spoken around Odia cuisine, the famous dalma. This is the dalma promoted by one of our colleagues in the industry, which is outlets right across in Bengaluru, Delhi, and other places. The abada, which is the temple food, where the travelers, our Indian travelers would love to have this precious religious food while they're in Bhubaneswar or Puri. Bhubaneswar, they can have it in the temple, while in Puri also they can have it, this 56 items prepared. Of course, 30, 35 items are offered for the pilgrim, for the travelers. The pakhala, we call it the summer dish, the rice with water and then ingredients of other small items, vegetables, giving that. Even salt fish also goes blend with that. The pita, the traditional delicacy, the korakai, which you find on the streets of the temple complex, temple area. When you visit the temple, then you carry the sweet korakai for your friends, relations, folks around your back home. Enduri pita, a very good one. Chenapada, the steamed one. Then you have the Habisala dalma, which has no spice, it's nothing, very unique blend. And here we come to the end of my presentation. As I mentioned, you will be exploring this wonderful land, its people and places, leaving every precious moment so beautiful. You become speechless, and it's a continuous voyage, leaving behind the memory in your heart to come back, explore this India's best kept secret. Thank you.